This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Aurora, Colorado. I am here at Elevation Christian Church. Since 2010, they have been unified in the essentials in an environment of truth and love where all are welcome. I am here with the lead pastor, Pastor Scott. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. We started back October 10th, 2010. I mean, the numbers line up. Tell me how this lined up for you, your personal journey to get you here.
We started on 10-10-10 because I played football a lot, and so I've been hitting the head a lot. So I figured I'd pick a date I could remember. I am a Colorado native, grew up here in Aurora, graduated from Rangeview High School. My wife graduated from Rangeview High School. Starting a relationship with Jesus when I was about 21. A couple years later, got into working at a church, just progressed from then. It was on October 8th of 2008. My wife and I and our family were living in Northern California. I was sitting on the back patio of my house, looking out over the bay, drinking a cup of coffee, and I wrote down the name Elevation Church and 4 principles of a church, and I went, oh no, God wants me to start a church. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I don't want to start a church. And so I literally said, okay, God, if you want me to do that, you got to change my wife's heart. And so I didn't say anything for a month. My wife comes out of the back bedroom crying. And as a good husband, I went, I'm sorry, what did I do? I was apologizing for whatever. She said, no, that's not it. I feel like God wants us to start a church. And I was like, crap. I didn't want to do this. And so now, some 6 years later, we started Elevation in the elementary school that I attended as a kid. And we've moved into this building some 2.5 years ago.
Let me ask you this. We live in a fast-paced society, instant gratification. If you judge me by my profile page, you might think I'm doing okay. But let me ask you, why is it important we slow down as a community, get to know people, and find out who we really are?
Well, I think for us, our statement is everybody's got something they're dealing with. And so if we constantly live at a high rate in our lives, we don't ever get the chance to find out what are the things we're struggling with. Or if we do, usually that means something bad happens. And so here at Elevation, we always say it's okay to not be okay. We want people to show up here at Elevation knowing that there's probably someone else here attending that's dealing with the exact same thing they're dealing with. We like to say we want to deal with them in the mess of community. And if you don't slow down, then you're not going to get to know people. You're not going to be in community. And the more we look at people and the more we look at life, we need each other. And guys suck at that. We're really bad at it as guys. So, I think I can handle it and all that. So we've decided that we want to be a church where men are going to be comfortable, where they're going to enjoy their time, where they can find other guys, where they can say, hey, you know what? Me too. I'm struggling with that. Me too. And so that's why we believe it's important, not just because everything's good, but because we can own our mess and do it in community all on our own.
I like that. We have many churches out there that people can be called to. We have some common essentials as Christians. Share with us the essentials that are really unifying people here.
We believe the essentials are a personal relationship with Jesus and trying to become more and more like Him. That's really it. Too many times we complicate what it means to follow Jesus. And yes, there are other aspects and things that we do, but our main points are, do you have a relationship with Jesus, and are you becoming more like Him? We work real hard at making that the main thing. And we try to keep things simple. Too many times, especially when it comes to being a follower of Jesus, we complicate it. So we try to keep it simple and focused, and we're a focused church that try to do very few things and do them well. And mainly is just letting people know there's a God that loves them, and He has radical grace. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, you can have a relationship with Him.
So we're focused on the essentials. How does God's grace actually give us maybe liberty in the non-essentials?
One of the things here at Elevation is there are certain things in the non-essentials that people want to argue about. Christians all the time want to argue about end times theology, all that kind of stuff. And so we just tell people there are places in your relationship with Jesus, you're not going to agree with the other person, but that's okay. So we want to be a place where we don't argue about those things. I always joke because people talk about end times theology. There's premillennial tribulation, you've got post-tribulation. It's all going to pan out in the end. Jesus is in charge, so we're just not going to argue about it.
Fantastic. Being a Christian should be engaging. It should be life-changing.
Right.
Share with me, for somebody maybe who's watching out there who doesn't have a church family, what are they going to experience when they walk through the doors here?
Well, when you walk through the doors here, number one thing that we want you to do is come as you are. You don't have to get dressed up. You don't have to wear anything fancy. come as you are. The second thing is understand Jesus loves you just as much as we do. And we want you to have that personal relationship. So come as you are, come hang out, get a cup of coffee. Our joke is we call it Christian crack because you never hear any preacher talk against coffee. We just want you to be who you are, and we want you to have fun. Sometimes we make following Jesus not fun. And so we do things that are more fun, at least we hope they are, because life is serious enough, and sometimes we need to find a place where we can just have some fun.
That is fantastic. There are strength in numbers. Share with me what it means to be a team member, more importantly, how they find the team and what their place is on the team here.
We have a threefold philosophy of what it means to be a team member. First thing is this: we all want to be one voice. So that means you come to an experience, you share your faith. That's the one voice that God's called us to do. We come here, we sing, we enjoy our time together, but then we go and we share the radical grace of Jesus with people in the world. Then we want you to work with one hand. So we tell people, find a team here at Elevation and volunteer on it. And this is the other thing: you can belong before you believe. Sometimes it means hanging out with people and finding out Christians aren't as weird as you thought they were. And so we work as one hand. So we volunteer as a team here, but then we volunteer in our community. We have partnerships with Inside Out. We help men and women transitioning from prison. We have a partnership with Save Our Youth where we have mentors for at-risk students. This last couple of weeks, we helped Tollgate Elementary. And so we always want to be one hand, serving together as the church and serving together as the church in the community. And then the last thing is we want to be one heart. Everybody needs to be in a group. You need to find a group of people that you can live out the mess of community with, that you can develop relationships so that when crap hits the fan, you've got someone you can go to. So that's our threefold. That's what it means to be a team member here at Elevation.
Like you said, living out the faith. Christianity is not a spectator sport. We need to get out of the stands, live that faith. The discovery workshops, is that really what expands everybody out to take that first step?
Well, those are just for those people that want to know exactly who we are, why we do what we do. We do those on occasion. What we're doing is now seeing that people getting involved is way quicker than going to a class. We've really started pushing people to do it. Now, if there are people that want to ask those more in-depth questions, then we do offer those throughout the year.
But a lot of times, if you just direct people in the right way, they're going to jump right in, and it's a lot easier to experience than to actually a Q&A.
Exactly. It's not about what you know, it's also about what you go and show. So that's what we try to work through.
Although we have a one-on-one relationship with Christ, we have to remember that part of that relationship is community, how we learn from one another. Is it exciting for you to take a look around and see people really having a good time together, yet at the same time understanding they're all here for the same reason? Exactly.
We always talk about community because God's a community within himself. If you believe in the Trinity, he's a community within himself. And so if God thinks it's important, we should too. And so I love being able to say that people don't just hang out here on Sundays. We have events here throughout the week. Our building is open to the community, so we lease it out to the community. People come in and do events, birthday parties. It's just an amazing thing to be able to be a part of the community and let them be a part of what we're doing.
Speaking of community, that community is not limited within these walls. I mean, really, you are pushing out a global reach. Share with me what the GloCal is.
So our local missions are both local and global things. So the local ones are Save Our Youth, Inside Out. We are also then a partner globally with Compassion International. We sponsor children. And then we also work with Fight for the Forgotten. It's a ministry started by a former UFC fighter named Justin Wren who attended Elevation. And so we work with him. And those are our two main global ones. But then one of the things that we do as well is we work with Facebook. And so every time someone comes here and checks in on our Facebook page, it goes to a global partner. So right now for the month of November, if you check in, then we do Food for Hope, where kids get meals in Haiti. And so then we'll be doing something different each month. And that's another global way we work.
As a parent, I know for myself, I'm looking for a church where I can be engaged, but I'm also looking for a church where my child can be engaged. Share with me a little bit about the programs for the youth.
So we've got children that meet every Sunday, babies through 5th grade. That's our eKids ministry. They do phenomenal things. And what we love about it is it's not just about bringing your kids to church, because we don't believe in that. You don't go to church, you are the church. And so when they come, it's the idea of impacting the child, but then also allowing you as the parent to be the spiritual leader. So every time a kid attends our eKids in a Sunday experience, they go away with a parent cue. And that gives you as a parent questions to ask about what they learned. Because what's the 2 questions that every parent asks? Did you have fun? And what did you learn? And so we have created an environment where the kids do enjoy themselves. It's for kids. We always tell parents, don't bring your kids into the adult experience. It's not geared for them. And plus, that may be the only hour you get away from your kids. So we say put them in there. Now, when it comes to our middle school and high school kids, they meet on Wednesday nights. It's Elevation students. And they do that in small groups. Because here at Elevation, we don't believe middle school and high school students are the church of tomorrow. They're the church of today. If we don't have something for them now, there won't be a church of tomorrow. So we give them the opportunity to lead, to serve just like an adult. A middle school and high school kid can serve anywhere here in Elevation. We have them in the parking lot. We have the sound booth. They're in our e-kids. They help with everything. And so then they have their groups on Wednesday night where they need that personal connection, where they can talk with kids just like adults about the Mesa community.
So from the e-kids to the internet cafe, commons area here, you've got the facility that it's an events venue, concert venue, quite a bit of activity going on under one roof right here. For those that want to get started, what is the first step for them?
We tell people all the time, just come check us out. Walk through the doors and understand that we're not going to be judgmental. We're here for you. We're here for your family. We know that some people are moving into the state because it's growing so fast. We want to find a place where they can connect with others. Maybe you moved here and bad things happened and you need a place where someone's going to care for you. Just show up. We want to take that first step. If you want to check the website, elevationcc.com, you can go there, check out everything. We do have a very vital and growing Facebook page, Elevation CC again. Come check us out. Come hang out.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, first of all, take a look at the team here, check out the mission, and you're going to understand this is a place that you are welcome. A place that began in 2010. Really a call from God on the back porch of a gentleman here who decided to listen. And actually, God also asked him to speak to his wife to make sure everything was in view there. Check them out on Facebook. They're going to keep you apprised of any events they have going on. Come out and check them out as well. Did you ever imagine it would evolve into something like this?
I didn't imagine it, but I prayed for it. Our statement is, if there's one person within 1 mile of our building that doesn't know Jesus, we're not doing our job. And so our goal is to constantly be meeting people's needs, caring for them so that they can understand the radical grace of Jesus. And so, did I imagine it? Heck no. Did I pray for it? Yeah. And I'm praying for even greater things to see happen. We've got some things that are happening in the next 6 months to a year that we believe are going to radically change some people's lives. I'm going to keep that as a teaser. So
we'll be back out again to see what you got going. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. Once again, this is a church where all are welcome. We're looking for Christians, non-Christians. You believe in God, don't believe in God, come out and take a look. Like he said, just check us out. Don't worry about getting dressed up. Come as you are. This is a church that began on 10-10-10 here in Aurora, Colorado. That is Elevation Christian Church. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.